Where should the series go from here? Is a question that looms over the entire Star Wars brand, now that the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga have come to a close. While the movies are still going through some turbulence, Lucasfilm's television division is churning along without much in the way of controversy or disagreement, except when it comes to the manufactured type. Audiences and journalists alike praise both seasons of The Mandalorian and the first season of the Book of Boba Fett that will be wrapping up in the coming weeks. Then, which is to be followed by the long wait anticipation for Ahsoka. Overall, Lucasfilms must be pleased with what they've accomplished on Disney Plus thus far, but there's still one more trick up their sleeve. Obi Wan Kenobi is shaping up to be a long-awaited Star Wars reunion, with Ewan McGregor reprising his fan-favorite role as exiled Jedi Master Obi Wan Kenobi, and Hayden Christensen reprising his role as Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader. Once the series gets closer to its premiere date, the long-awaited rematch is expected to dominate headlines and social media. But until then, we have the word of one of the show's participants to tide us over. Rory Ross, who portrays the Tusken Raider in the Book of Boba Fett, who will appear as a stormtrooper in Obi Wan Kenobi, recently spoke with Film's Ryan Scott, and during their talk, Ross provided a humorous and completely non-spoilery tease about what fans may expect from the future series. It's never too early to boost fan expectations even higher when they're already sky high. Rory Ross has a unique perspective on the series, the type of stories that excites fans, and front row seat to all the action as a supporting character in 2 different Star Wars productions in 2 different roles. Ross didn't hold back his excitement when asked how enthusiastic fans should be awaiting Obi Wan Kenobi, in which he stated, "It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really cool. Having the connective tissue between the prequels and A New Hope, and just understanding where Obi has been and what's happening story-wise. I think fans are going to enjoy that. It's going to be a really great time. I think a lot of fans are like, where's the trailer? What's happening? I think the big part of it is just trying to make sure that it's polished as possible, so that when it comes out, it's not going to have the Game of Thrones moment where there's a coffee cup in the corner that they missed or something like that. It's going to have a lot of love that's poured into it, and it's just going to hopefully blow people's minds and just really enjoy seeing what's going on." There's no disputing the excitement and hope that surrounds this project. Obi Wan Kenobi is set to premiere later in 2022, and we'll be sure to keep an eye out for it. Since we're all looking forward to Obi Wan Kenobi, allow us to share a few details and trivias we know about this so far. Let's start off with the cast. Of course, an Obi-Wan series would be incomplete without the man himself, so Ewan McGregor will reprise his role as Obi-Wan. Alongside him is an impressive cast, with Hayden Christensen standing out among aficionados of all things Star Wars. He'll be resuming his role as Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker, which will be his first on-screen appearance in Star Wars since The Revenge of the Sith in 2005. There are a lot of familiar faces in the entire cast. Luke Skywalker's uncle, Owen, will be played by Joel Edgerton, and Luke's aunt, Beru, will be played by Botany Paice. While the identities of the rest of the characters are being kept a secret, the following actors are confirmed to appear: Moses Ingram, Kumail Nanjiani, Indira Varma, Rupert Friend, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Sung Kang, Simone Kessel, and Benny Safdie are just a few. The director: Deborah Chow will be directing the show, and she has a Star Wars background thanks to her work on The Mandalorian. For those in authority at Lucasfilm, finding the correct director for a show like this reportedly was critical, which they stated, "We really wanted to select a director who is able to explore both the quiet determination and rich mystique of Obi-Wan in a way that folds seamlessly into the Star Wars saga," Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said in a release. "Based on her phenomenal work developing our characters in The Mandalorian, I'm absolutely confident Deborah is the right director to tell this story." And it's true that you need the perfect director, because you're dealing with Obi-Wan Kenobi, not merely adding to the Skywalker saga crucial lore. You mess that up, people will probably come after you if you do. Hussein Amini, who also wrote Drive and Snow White and The Huntsman, is the author of the series. So far, it appears that we'll have a good team on our hands, which is all fans can hope for until they see the final result. When does the Obi-Wan Kenobi series take place in this timeline? When it comes to Star Wars, the question of when things happen is nearly always as difficult to tell. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series will take place between Revenge of a Sith and A New Hope, according to Lucasfilm. A decade has passed since Anakin's defeat and metamorphosis as Vader. The Obi-Wan series should take place in 9 BBY, if Revenge of the Sith takes place in 19 BBY, 19 years before the Battle of Yavin. The in-universe calendar's center point in a reference to the year in which the first Death Star was destroyed in A New Hope. That's 9 years before A New Hope and 5 years before the events of The Mandalorian, if you're keeping track. Darth Vader's return and plot. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader will cross paths and lightsabers once more, according to the big news. Obi-Wan, of course, has the upper hand since their last encounter. He vanquished his former apprentice and abandoned him on Mustafar. Albeit, his body was found and kept alive by a new set of cybernetic armor. Darth Vader was born as a result. But remember, Darth Vader from Revenge of the Sith No, and the planet-destroying villain from A New Hope are two entirely different animals. What route do we take to get there? On Disney Plus, the Obi-Wan series appears to be taking a stab at it. Not only will there be a 10-year time leap, well, more on that later, but Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has indicated that the rematch of the century will take place. Another showdown with Obi-Wan on Tatooine might solidify Vader's status as the evil we all know and love to despise. Obi-Wan's final mission after the events of the prequels, according to McGregor, is to keep Luke Skywalker safe. That seems to imply that the show's central conflict will take place on Tatooine, the twin-sunned planet. Though director Deborah Chow hinted at Disney Plus Day that this is only the beginning point of the plot. As you might expect, more plot information are kept under wraps as tightly as Sarlacc's grip. Christensen has stated that he will work with Ewan McGregor again, and McGregor has stated on Jimmy Kimmel Live that he had filmed a specific moment with an anonymous special someone. According to Men's Journal, Obi's storyline will be interesting as he comes to grips with the collapse of the Jedi Order. The series will most likely fill in the gaps between A New Hope and Obi's transformation as a vigilant defender on Tatooine in the post-Order 66 era. The rise of the Empire under Palpatine is also likely to play a role, isolating Obi-Wan and leaving him short on allies. Vader's likely training and harnessing of his dark-side powers, combined with his likely training and harnessing of his dark-side powers, makes for an exciting encounter. That is, however, all conjecture at this moment. Release date. Although filming on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is officially complete, no release date has been set. According to the official Star Wars website, filming began in April 2021, and a featurette aired at Disney Plus Day revealed a release date of 2022. But when will it be in 2022? Using The Mandalorian as a guide, it's evident that the first part of next year should be circled on everyone's calendar. The Mandalorian's first season began production in October 2018 and premiered in November 2019. Similarly, it took around a year from the start of filming on The Mandalorian Season 2 to the premiere on Disney+. The series will most likely fill in the gaps between A New Hope and Obi-Wan's transformation as a vigilant defender on Tatooine in the post-Order 66 era. The rise of the Empire under Palpatine is also likely to play a role, isolating Obi-Wan and leaving him short on allies. Vader's likely training and harnessing of his dark-side powers combined with his likely training and harnessing of his dark-side powers makes for an exciting encounter. That is, however, all conjecture at this moment. Now, that's a wrap. Are you ready to enter into another Star Wars world with Obi-Wan Kenobi? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.